This is to show some people planks I had mentioned in one or two posts. And this helps with a lot of times lifting the body up in pole dancing. And sorry, I had to take the pole down because it would be in the way of filming. And that'll help you with holding your body up in different positions on the pole, because you're engaging your abs and your core, which does go all the way, transverse abs go all the way around. So this is just a quick little video that hopefully helps, since a couple of people asked. Basic plank. You will see people who do the plank on their hands. That works the triceps. This is the triceps. And the upper body, and takes away from the abs. It does work the abs, but not as well. So that's why I kind of say, if you can, try doing it this way, which is on your elbows. Your elbows should be underneath your shoulders and on your toes, although I don't think you can see my toes. And you basically want to keep your body straight and pull your abs in while you're doing it. You don't want to lift your butt in the air. You don't want to be slopping down towards the ground. You want to be somewhat straight. It helps if you have a mirror nearby to be able to see that. And that's basically a plank. And you hold it, you will get a point where you're probably going to be shaking. And try to work through that, because the more that you put out for your muscles and the more you use them, that produces the most results. If you're just lifting, for instance, 1 pound weights, you're not really putting out an effort, you're not going to get anything back. So it's all about putting out some effort. Now, in addition to the regular planks, you can also lift the leg. So basically what you're doing is the same plank, but holding one leg up. Some people put one foot on top of the other, but you can also lift one leg up and do a plank that way, take a break, and then lift the other leg up. That's a variation. Now there's also a side plank. And you want, again, the elbow under the shoulder and your feet on top of each other. And again, the body should be straight, not down and not up. It should be pretty much straight. You can keep your hand on your hip or hold your hand up. And then take a little break, because you should be working towards pretty much the failure point, then you can't hold it anymore. So you'll take a break, and again, underneath, and you do the other side. And that's a side plank. And again, you will be shaking at some point, and that means you're starting to use your muscles, because it's an isometric exercise. There's no real movement involved. So what happens is that it's building up the muscle as you hold it. So the longer you can hold it, the more results you will see. The other thing is crunches. Crunches are good for the front portion of the abs. Don't do sit-ups. Sit-ups put all the effort on the back. And even with crunches, keep your legs bent somewhat. It's up to you how much. Everybody argues about it being up or back. Put your hands loosely in back of your head. You don't want to be using your arms to lift yourself up. The other thing is, you don't want to be bending your neck. If you're doing that, number one, you're going to hurt yourself. Number two, you're not really working the abs. What you want to do is pick a spot on the ceiling and lift your head up towards the ceiling and pull your abs in while you're doing that. And that's a real crunch. And there's two ways of doing a crunch. You can either go up and down, or go up and hold. And that produces an isometric, just like a plank. And both ways will work the abs a little differently. Although with a crunch, you don't have to hold it up for a minute or two or 3 or 4. You can do it and hold for a few seconds and then bring it down. And that's a basic crunch, which still works pretty good. There's no arguing that crunches do help. But it works predominantly the top section of your abs. To work the bottom, you want to lift, and here's where there's a couple of things. Just straight leg lifts is you're lifting your feet off the ground just a little bit, hold it, lift it a little more, and hold it, and even go all the way up and hold it, come back down, hold it, come back down again, hold it, and basically as low as you can go, you'll feel more pull off of the lower portion of your abs. And another one that I happen to like for abs is, it's basically like a hip raise. A hip raise is basically you're lifting up your butt off the ground. But what you're doing here, lifting your legs up, put your hands under your butt a little bit, and you basically want to lift your feet up. So you're lifting your butt off the ground and your feet up towards the ceiling. You don't have to hold it. You can just go up and down and do whatever number you're comfortable with. If it's 10, do 10. If it's 20, do 20. If it's 30, do 30. And then take a break, do another exercise, take a break, and then you can repeat these. So you don't have to do them all at once. What I usually do is cycle through them. And that, between the crunches, work the top part, the leg lifts, and that will work the bottom part, and your rest of the core will work very well as the front part of your abs doing planks. So I hope this was helpful.